And we're back with another episode of Lakers Latest. I'm Gerald Glassford, the new host of Lakers Latest channel. Big shout out once again to the Fan Arc Network for allowing me the opportunity to cover the Lakers for their channel. So make sure you like and subscribe. Get that thumbs up, everyone, to make sure you're going ahead and every time you're notified, because if you do, you're going to be notified when I drop the latest episode of Lakers Latest to your feed. So hopefully you guys, again, will like, subscribe, and be part of the journey. Again, if you're not familiar with me, I am Gerald Glassford. I have covered the Lakers on shows all over the internet for quite some time, several years, on over 1,500 shows plus. And I'm looking forward to doing the same for Lakers Latest and Fan Arc. Truly cannot thank you enough for supporting them and looking forward to being a part of what they're doing. If you've liked my stuff over the years that I've done, thanks for stopping by here for your 10 to 20 minute fix on the Lakers each and every time I bring a new episode up. And if you're new to my work, I hope you enjoy what I bring with Lakers Latest. So with that, let's get into it, and let's get into it with the big win by the Lakers in Chi-Town, 129 to 118. The game started out again on a good note for the Lakers. Yes, I know they gave up 31 points, but they got 31, they got the lead, and yes, you know, if you've been watching the Lakers these past few weeks, getting off to good first quarters with the lead has been an issue for them, and so it was thankful that they did start off with the lead. Luka started off on a good note, strong. LeBron, end of first quarter into the second, started to trend upwards with him scoring the bulk of his 24 points overall in that first half. Absolutely really good performance in the second quarter, but it was the way they forced turnovers. 10 turnovers by the Bulls was really helpful in them building a double-digit lead by the end of the first half. It wasn't a strong double, just like 13, but you know what? We'll take it anytime we can go into the second half with that. We saw that with Dallas, what happened, and the big comeback there in the third quarter by Dallas. Well, there was a comeback by Chicago in that third quarter. Man, they cut it close. They cut it down to one. But Luka in that third quarter, Luka Doncic in that third quarter wouldn't have any of it because he scored 20 of his 46 points in that third quarter. 46 points overall, 15 of 25 shooting, 8 of 14 from three. Really good numbers for Luka. 7 rebounds and 12 assists. So while he was scoring a lot of points, he was distributing the ball and getting it to people. He got fancy behind the back a couple times. Really cool to see. So if you got a chance to check that out, I hope you did. Really, really interesting for him to go ahead and be that efficient. I wish he was that efficient all the time as far as what he was doing, both passing and shooting the ball. But again, we've got a really, really strong game from him. And it was also Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura with the big production for the second game in a row off the bench. For him, it was 23 points, 29 minutes, 9 of 11 shooting overall, 4 of 5 from 3. He was, if you're a big believer in that plus minus, and it doesn't always tell the story, but if you're a big believer, today was one of the few days that, when I record this, few days that the Lakers really took advantage with their bench today as Rui Hachimura plus 22 overall, 23 points again, like I said, from him. Jared Vanderbilt, 7 rebounds, but he was a plus 21. Jackson Hayes, we'll get more to him in a second here. 8 points, 4 rebounds for him, plus 26. And Gabe Vincent, even though he had the donut, once again, it's the second time in 2 games he has had a donut. Over 20 minutes now in 2 games, 0 points. He was a plus 13 out there on the court. Drew Timme did hurt his eye. He did step out on the court, hurt his eye, and quickly was ushered out. He never got back into the game, but I'm told he was or will be okay, so that's a big relief for a guy that a lot of people are really liking and getting into as far as a two-way player, Drew Timmy. But it was Rui Hashimura again, and we'll cover him in a second a little bit more in depth. But Jackson Hayes, he had one of the biggest highlights of this season for the Los Angeles Lakers because he stole the ball right there at the free throw line and then he took it all the way on a breakaway and did an East Bay through the legs windmill slam dunk to seal the victory, to seal the deal. Actually, it was a little bit later on that they sealed the deal, but really a great performance by the Lakers, 129 to 118. They're now 28 and 17. They're fifth place in the Western Conference, 8 games back of Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City on a little bit of a slide as of late. So if you are out there and you're a Lakers fan hoping for the Lakers to make a move in the Western Conference, they are right now in an essential tie with Houston, 8 games back of the Western Conference. Fifth place, essentially fourth or fifth place, what have you, but fifth place in the Western Conference. They are within 8 games of Oklahoma City. Now, mind you, I don't see them bridging that gap as far as all the way, but can they put another 2, 3, 4 games into it? Can they move up another 2, 3, 4 spots? Wait and see. Wait and see if they get reinforcements on next week by trade deadline day, which is February the 5th. We'll see what happens with the Lakers as they continue this Grammy road trip. Next stop is going to be on Wednesday. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. But the guy I want to talk about right now is Rui Hashimura. Again, second straight game in a row. Second straight game in a row. He has provided something, just a really big spark off the bench with today with 23 points for him. He's been averaging 20 over the past 2 games and really 405 from 3. He's 42% shooting overall over the year coming into the game. Just absolutely done a fantastic job from shooting. But the question remains now, again, with the trade deadline being one of our larger expiring contracts. Of course, LeBron is the biggest expiring contract, but one of the larger expiring contracts that the Lakers have. Would he be one of the most likely to move or to be moved by the Lakers in the next few days if the Lakers make any transactions at all? I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments if Rui is. I mean, he seems like now he's getting more as far as looks in the offense, which was something that when he was a starter, he wasn't consistently getting. We'll see if that continues. I know that a lot of people that I talk to out there on the internet, on the stuff that I do, have said that, Rui's just got to get involved. And it's really hard for Rui to get involved because I know he's been alongside LeBron now for a few years. He's just, he should be playing at the 4 spot, in my opinion, because of the fact that he's just not quick enough to guard the smaller wings or the quicker, more athletic wings. He needs to be with a little bit of bigger guys, bang a little bit inside, plus be able to go ahead and pop out. I think he's a great stretch 4 for you, as long as you can utilize him, but he does get lost in the offense at times like he did earlier this season as a starter. He got hurt. Jake LaRavia was moved into the starting lineup, and right now the Lakers seem happy with him, Jake LaRavia. Today, 8 points though, but he did shoot 2 or 4 from 3 himself. So the Lakers pretty efficient overall from 3. When you're shooting 48% from 3, that's going to get it done more times than not. So yeah, absolutely a good performance from the outside, and of course the big 1-2-3 punch was Luka Doncic, Rui Hashimura, and also as well, of course, what I talked about with Jake LaRavia. So, again, with Rui, does he keep coming off the bench? Do you want him back as a starter? For him, of course, there's the prospect of that even if you keep him past the trade deadline, you have to worry about his money coming off the books and him being a free agent. Should the Lakers re-sign him? Should the Lakers look into trading him? What are your thoughts out there? I know he wants to play as many minutes as he can, because if he can get more games like this on a continuous basis, it's only going to help him going forward, not only for his financial security going forward as a future, but as a player that can be productive in this league. So definitely looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Rui and his spot on the Lakers coming up here as far as should it stay a six man, or do you think he should be traded, moved, or do you think he's going to go ahead and stay there or in the starting lineup, be moved back in the starting lineup soon or rather than later? I want to hear your thoughts on that. But again, cannot thank you enough for joining me. It is Gerald Glassford here at Lakers Latest. Want to go ahead and mention that as well. Please like and subscribe to get the latest notifications on when I drop a new Lakers Latest for you right here on Lakers Latest and the Fan Arc Network. But before we head it out, a couple quick things I want to go ahead and run by you. Number 3 is that the Lakers will be in Cleveland on Wednesday. They will be in Cleveland playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4 p.m. start time. I know that's tough for all those guys and gals on the West Coast that are following the Lakers. Those early games like we did today is 5. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Actually, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but Wednesday and the following 2 games in Washington and New York will be at 4 p.m. Pacific. And then the final game of the road trip, I believe, in Brooklyn will be at 4:30. So all these games are going to be early because they're on East Coast time, which is great for their East Coast friends and East Coast Lakers fans. You guys are going to have it great because you don't have to wait until 10:30 at night to see the Lakers play. So your time. So yeah, that's going to be great for you guys. But the rumor has it, and all points, all signs, and also comments from JJ has the possibility that Austin Reeves will be coming sooner rather than later as far as into the lineup or into the rotation as a guy coming off the bench or starting. Don't know which one, but he may be active to play. He may be back from that calf injury by Wednesday as the Lakers head into Cleveland to face off against the Cavaliers. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys, on this. Should they do what some other teams have been trending with their better players coming back into it after an injury, like Victor Wembanyama, like also as well Zion Williamson, Josh Giddey, the Bulls. He is coming off the bench right now, even though he is a starter normally. But I think he had to come back from an injury, and that's what they're doing as far as the minutes restriction. I'm assuming Austin may be also on a minutes restriction as well. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Should Austin Reeves come off the bench in the game at Cleveland? Now, this is something that we've talked about, or I've talked about for quite a while, as far as Austin Reeves. Where does he best fit on a championship run for the team? I still think it should be as a six-man. I know you guys are going to give me heat on that, but let me know below. Let me know down below if you think otherwise. I do think that he is not going to stay a reserve if he stays a reserve for very long because he will be put back in the starting lineup. I'm very cognizant of that fact. And the fact that he is looking to get a huge salary, however much you slice it, whether you think he's going to get a Lakers discount or he's going to get the full 5 for $241 or if he's going to get the 4 from $180 somewhere else, that's a lot of chunk of change that he is playing for. So he has a lot of incentive and he needs to get as many minutes as he can. But if he's on a minutes restriction coming back from the calf injury, it'll be interesting to see how they play him out on that. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Does Austin Reeves come back in a six-man role or a guy coming off the bench for the first couple games or so until he gets back into the swing of things? Please let me know your thoughts. But he could be back as early as Wednesday for the Lakers game in Cleveland, which we'll talk more about hopefully on tomorrow's episode of the Lakers Latest. But before we head it out, I am recording this on Monday night after the game against Chicago. I want to mention that it is the anniversary 6 years ago. Today, we suffered the tragic loss of several individuals in a Southern California helicopter crash, 2 of which were Kobe and Gigi Bryant. You see I'm wearing the shirt in honor of him. I've been wearing that each year on this date. And I am it just reminds me of how sad I was. And I want to hear your thoughts before we head on out. 2 things. Please mention below. What does Kobe, or what did Kobe mean to you? And also as well, where were you when you found out about the tragic helicopter crash involving Kobe and Gigi Bryant? Kobe had transitioned away from his retirement. He had built a production company in Southern California. They had won an Oscar as far as for his love of basketball short that he made, and then also was looking to transition to really focus in more on being a girl dad. And as a fellow girl dad, I know that's what that's like. And he obviously with Gigi focus in on how she was progressing rapidly, very rapidly, with her sports and what her future was going to be like with the game of basketball herself, and what heights she could have achieved. But that was tragically cut short as far as his post NBA career life and Gigi's life, as far as what she had looking up ahead in general, cut short by a tragic helicopter accident. It was just so devastating. And I know where I was. I live in Vegas, and I was driving along Maryland Parkway, and I got the call from my wife, and I thought something was wrong. What's going on? And she notified me that it's been reported that Kobe Bryant was involved in a helicopter crash, and TMZ had just reported it just like minutes earlier. And again, knowing what we know about how accurate TMZ can really be on the inside, they must have some type of inside sources within the police that were investigating the crash, or the first people on the scene, or paramedics, or what have you. They got the first dibs on it, and it was just like, I can't believe this is happening. But once they reported, it was like that sinking feeling before the rest of the world started catching up to what was going on. And it was just such a devastating feeling at that time. And each year we try to remember and honor Kobe and Gigi as best we can on the shows that I work on. And the Lakers latest, I'm going to try and do that as well. So again, if you have thoughts on what Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant meant to you, and how devastating a day that was, and if you can remember just like it was yesterday, please let us know your thoughts right there in the comments below. But please become an active member of the Lakers latest community. I look forward to seeing and reading your comments. It is Gerald Glassford, of course, right here at Lakers latest. Please go ahead and hit us up right there in the comments. And again, like, share, and subscribe. Let's build this channel together. Let's build this channel. Let's build this community together into something really special, because I really want to hear your thoughts on this. I really want to be a part of what you're doing here on a regular basis to get your Lakers fix. I'm looking forward to more great shows in the future, and I'm looking forward to being a part of your much related coverage when it comes to the Lakers and everything going on there in the NBA as well. Love to go ahead and throw that in. I'm looking forward to bringing you more great shows. Maybe maybe doing some interviews down the road. I've talked about that, but getting you the Lakers latest info, the latest Lakers news, rumors, and more. I'm looking to go ahead and get it for you as much as I can, as best I can. And I cannot thank enough Fanark for allowing me the opportunity to cover it for you each and every time out right here on Lakers Latest.